Welcome to our second webinar, Introducing Japan's Regions and Model Routes. Following the JNTO presentation, there will be a brief section by our partner, Hoshino Resorts. My name is Sally, and I'm the Business Development and Marketing Senior Assistant Manager at JNTO Sydney. Today, I'm going to give you a high-level introduction to each region of Japan and a few highlights of each prefecture. This webinar is quite info-heavy, but lays a foundation so that in subsequent editions, when I drill into regions in more depth, you will have a better contextual understanding of the country as a whole. I will also give you a few model routes. We'll start at the top with Hokkaido, which is the northernmost main island. It's well known for its indigenous culture, the Ainu people. It's also known for its capital city of Sapporo, especially famous for its Yuki Matsuri, or snow festival, as well as the Sapporo Beer Museum. In Hakodate, the city on the southern side of the island, you can connect to the mainland by Shinkansen bullet train, take in gorgeous night views from Mount Hakodate, or check out the Goryokaku star-shaped fort, as pictured in the background. Otaru, a city on the west side of the island near Sapporo, is known for its beautiful canal district and glass blowing. Hokkaido has quite a number of ski resorts. Near Sapporo, there's the well-known Niseko Resort, as well as lesser-known Rusutsu and Kiroro. In central Hokkaido, known as the Powder Belt, you can find Tomamu, Sahoro, Furano, and Asahikawa. Hokkaido has gorgeous nature, which can be enjoyed year-round. For instance, Shin'etsu National Park, the peninsula on the eastern side of the island. It can be explored on foot or enjoyed by cruise. The Hakone National Park is home to a crane sanctuary, where, if you visit in winter, you can see the cranes doing their incredible mating dance. And Furano, which I mentioned as a ski resort, also, come summer, is well known for its beautiful lavender fields. So as you can see, there's quite a lot to do in just this one prefecture. Next, moving a little bit further south, we'll visit the Tohoku region, which is the northeastern part of Honshu Island. It's made up of 6 prefectures. Aomori, the northernmost, is known for the Nebuta Festival, which is pictured in the back right, and Hirosaki Castle. Akita Prefecture is known for the Shirakami Sanchi UNESCO World Heritage Region and the Kakunodate Samurai Town, which is pictured in the back left. Iwate Prefecture is known for Hiraizumi, a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well as Geibike Gorge, where you can take a gorgeous punt boat ride. Yamagata Prefecture is known for Yamadera, a temple on a cliffside, as well as Ginzan Onsen, a hot spring town. Miyagi Prefecture is known for Sendai and Matsushima Bay, one of the top 3 most scenic views in Japan, as well as Zao Onsen. Fukushima Prefecture is known for Ouchijuku, a thatched roof village, as well as Aizu Wakamatsu Castle. Tohoku is also home to a number of ski resorts in every prefecture. So there's really something for everyone year-round in Tohoku as well. Next, we have the Kanto region, which is basically the Greater Tokyo region. It comprises 7 prefectures. Firstly, Tokyo. Of course, it's best known for being the capital of Japan, but aside from that, this prefecture also encompasses a number of islands further south, where you can enjoy some incredible nature and even scuba diving. Kanagawa Prefecture, just to the south of the main part of Tokyo, is home to the city of Yokohama, maybe best known internationally for its cruise port, the city of Kamakura, with a large collection of temples, and the hot spring valley of Hakone, with great views of Mount Fuji. Chiba Prefecture is perhaps best known for Tokyo Disney Resort and, of course, Narita Airport, but it's also home to some incredible surfing. Ibaraki Prefecture is known for Hitachi Seaside Park, with fields of seemingly endless flowers, as well as Tsukuba Science City, home to Japan's space agency. Tochigi Prefecture is home to Nikko, the UNESCO World Heritage listed site of temples and shrines, and the Ashikaga Flower Park. Saitama Prefecture is home to Kawagoe, also known as Koedo, or Little Edo, as its preserved townscape harkens back to Japan's feudal Edo period. Saitama is also home to the Omiya Bonsai Museum. Last, but certainly not least, Gunma Prefecture is home to Kusatsu Onsen, known for its unique way of cooling the hot spring water to a temperature that people can actually enjoy. And for outdoors lovers, you'll find that Gunma is a great place to go canyoning. So, to sum it all up, the Kanto region has something for everyone at any time of year. Next up is the Hokuriku Shin'etsu region, also sometimes called Chubu, or Central region. Hokuriku Shin'etsu is connected to Tokyo by the Hokuriku Shinkansen. It's made up of 5 prefectures: Niigata, which is known for Sado Island, as well as incredible Niigata rice, and therefore also beautiful sake. Nagano Prefecture, home to Matsumoto, the beautiful Crow Castle, Karuizawa for some great hiking, and of course the adorable snow monkeys. Toyama Prefecture is known for the UNESCO village of Gokayama and the Tateyama Kurobe Alpine route. Ishikawa Prefecture is home to Kanazawa, which is the terminus of the Hokuriku Shinkansen, as well as the Noto Peninsula. Fukui Prefecture is known for its dinosaur museum, as well as its unique style of Echizen pottery. Once again, Hokuriku Shin'etsu, something for everyone, whether it's culture or outdoors. The other half of the Chubu region is the Tokai region. This region includes a couple of the traditional routes that connected Kyoto to Tokyo in the Edo period. One is the Hokkaido, which went along the coast and has basically now become the Shinkansen route, which indeed is called the Tokaido Shinkansen. And the other goes through the mountains and is known as the Nakasendo. Tokai is made up of 5 prefectures. Yamanashi Prefecture is well known for Lake Kawaguchi, which sits on the northern side of Mount Fuji. Yamanashi is also home to some beautiful wineries, which produce some traditional grape wine. Shizuoka Prefecture, on the other side of Mount Fuji, is known for the Izu Peninsula, with hiking and hot springs towns popular as a getaway from Tokyo, as well as for being the top producer of green tea in Japan. Aichi Prefecture is known for the city of Nagoya, which is home to Japan's Legoland, as well as a castle and art museums and some great food, as well as Inuyama Castle, which is a national heritage site located in Inuyama City. Gifu Prefecture is known for the towns of Takayama and Shirakawa-go, both mountain towns with very different feels. Shirakawa-go is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Mie Prefecture is home to Ise Jingu, considered one of Japan's most sacred shrines, the Igaryu Ninja Museum, and the Ama Pearl Divers. Whether you like to travel along the coast or head up into the mountains, the Tokai region offers culture and nature in spades. Next is the Kansai region, which is the region around Osaka, Kyoto, and Nara. It's made up of 6 prefectures. Osaka, which of course is home to the beautiful Do-Tombori Canal, the Universal Studios Japan theme park, and a little known fact, the knives in Sakai City are said to be some of the best in the country. Hyogo Prefecture is known for the cities of Kobe and Himeji, as well as Kinosaki Onsen, the hot spring town. Kyoto Prefecture, of course the temples and shrines of the city of Kyoto are very famous, but to get off the beaten track, try visiting the fishing village of Ine on the northern coast of the prefecture. Shiga Prefecture, just outside of Kyoto, Lake Biwa, upon which sits Hakone Castle. Nara Prefecture is known for its wild deer, which roam around the temples freely. Wakayama Prefecture is well known for Koyasan, the UNESCO World Heritage Site with temples and shrines, and the Kumano Kodo Pilgrimage Trail, which visits these various temples and shrines. So, as you can see, Kansai has quite a lot of culture, some beautiful nature, and some interesting things you may not have known about. Heading further west, we reach the Chugoku region in western Honshu, sometimes also known as the Sanyo-Sanin region. The Sanyo Shinkansen runs between Osaka and Fukuoka. The Chugoku region is made up of 5 prefectures. Hiroshima, which is known for the Peace Memorial in Hiroshima City, as well as the island of Miyajima, pictured back left. Okayama Prefecture, known for the city of Kurashiki, with its gorgeous canal, as well as Okayama Castle and Korakuen, considered one of the top 3 gardens in the country. Tottori Prefecture, on the San-in side, is known for its sand dunes and outdoor activities at Mount Daisen. Shimane Prefecture, also on the San-in side, is known for Izumo Taisha, considered one of Japan's most sacred shrines, and the Iwami Ginzan silver mine. And Yamaguchi Prefecture is known for Hagi Castle Town and limestone caves. Although Hiroshima is probably the best known destination in the Chugoku region, as you can see, there is quite a lot more to explore here. Next up is the island of Shikoku. It's the 4th largest island in the archipelago. It's made up of 4 prefectures. Ehime Prefecture is well known for Dogo Onsen, considered one of the oldest hot springs in Japan, and Matsuyama Castle. Kagawa Prefecture is known for Ritsurin Garden, as well as the art island of Naoshima. Tokushima Prefecture is known for Awa Odori, said to be the biggest dance festival in Japan, and the lush greenery of the Iya Valley. And Kochi Prefecture is well known for its unspoilt nature, as well as its lively Yosakoi festival. Another feature of Shikoku is the 88 temple pilgrimage, which goes around the entire island and visits all 4 prefectures. Heading further south and west, we reach Kyushu, the southernmost of Japan's main islands. Kyushu is made up of 7 prefectures. Nagasaki Prefecture, known for its Peace Memorial, as well as, in contrast to that, Gunkanjima, Battleship Island, made famous by the James Bond movie Skyfall, where it served as the villain's lair. Nagasaki also has a bustling Chinatown. Saga Prefecture, known as the birthplace of Japan's ceramics. For something a bit quirky, Saga is also home to a hot air balloon festival. Fukuoka Prefecture, a foodie's must-visit. Known for its Hakata ramen, the rich tonkotsu-style broth, and its yatai nightlife, where you can jump from stall to stall enjoying street food and cold beers. Kumamoto Prefecture, known for Kumamoto Castle, as well as the great outdoors at Mount Aso. Oita Prefecture is well known as the hot springs capital of Japan and is quite famous for its hells, which are brightly colored springs that you can't enter, but don't worry, there are plenty of hot springs there that you can enjoy. Miyazaki Prefecture is known for its beautiful Takachiho Gorge, where you can take a rowboat down the gorge, or if the ocean is more your thing, you can enjoy some great surfing here as well. And last but not least for Kyushu, Kagoshima Prefecture on the south. Kagoshima is home to Yakushima Island, which is pictured on the back left of the background, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as well as the Ibusuki Sand Baths, a unique style of hot spring. I think you'll agree that from food to culture, from art to hot springs, Kyushu has it all. Rounding up our introduction to the regions of Japan is Okinawa. It's a subtropical region located about halfway between mainland Japan and Taiwan, and it's an archipelago. The main islands that I'm going to introduce are the island of Okinawa, the Miyako Island, and Ishigaki Island. Okinawa as a whole is known as the Ryukyu Kingdom from before it was a part of Japan, and it's the home of karate. A couple of must-see sites. So for Okinawa Island, Okinawa World is a place where you can experience some traditional Ryukyu crafts, the Churaumi Aquarium, and the Kerama Islands. Down at Ishigaki Island, you can take a day trip over to Iriomote Island, where you can try to spot the Iriomote cat, and Ishigaki is well known as a beach paradise. Okay, before I jump into the model routes, I want to give a quick overview to a few of the main destinations in Japan. So firstly, Tokyo. Some quick facts about it. Tokyo is the capital of Japan and is serviced by 2 international airports, has a population of just about 14 million, and even within the central 23 wards is nearly 10 million people. It was previously known as Edo during the feudal period of Japan from 1603 to 1868, when the emperor lived in Kyoto and the shogun lived in Edo, now Tokyo. Tokyo, as I mentioned earlier, is a part of the Kanto region, and as I mentioned in our Series 1 webinar, there's no single CBD in Tokyo. Here are a few of the must-see sites in Tokyo. The list goes on, but this is just a highlights list. Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea, the Tokyo Sky Tree, which is right next to Asakusa, home to one of Tokyo's oldest temples, the Hamarikyu Gardens, or in contrast to that, the Shinjuku and Shibuya bustling skyscrapers, the Meiji Shrine, the largest shrine in Tokyo, Mount Takao, where you can actually get outdoors and do some hiking, Team Lab Borderless, a projection mapping museum, and the Sumo Museum. But there's lots of things you can do using Tokyo as a base. Day trips to places like Nikko, which I mentioned as a UNESCO World Heritage Site with temples and shrines, Hakone in Kanagawa Prefecture, or Lake Kawaguchi in Yamanashi Prefecture. Tokyo Disneyland, it's on both lists because really you could do it from Tokyo or you could stay there, plus it's not technically in Tokyo. And Kawagoe, which is that Koedo. So if you want to experience what Tokyo was like in that feudal period, Kawagoe in Saitama Prefecture is a great place to visit. Our next key destination is Hakone. So some quick facts about Hakone. It's located in Kanagawa Prefecture, which is part of the Kanto region, and Hakone is actually also part of the Fuji Hakone Izu National Park. Hakone is a hot spring valley, so it's a great place to go for an onsen ryokan. And Hakone was a post station on the old Tokaido road, which you may recall I mentioned used to connect Kyoto and Tokyo in the Edo period. So some must-see sites in Hakone are the checkpoint, back from when it was that post station on the old Tokaido road. You can take a cruise on the lake in a tall ship, obviously not the one pictured in the background here. If you take the ropeway or the cable car up to the top of the Owakudani crater and try a hot spring egg, it's said that you will add 7 years to your life. And Hakone is also home to a whole heap of museums of all different types. For instance, the Hakone Open Air Museum with sculptures, the Petit Prince Museum, Venetian Glass Museum, Hakone Museum of Art. If you're into art, Hakone is certainly a must visit. Next up, Kyoto. So some quick facts about Kyoto. It was the ancient capital of Japan, known as Heian-kyo, for over 1,000 years. The city of Kyoto is the capital of Kyoto Prefecture, and it's part of that Kansai region I introduced earlier. Some of the must-sees are Gion, the historical district, also known sometimes as the Geisha district. Kyoto as a whole is more or less a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Technically, it's the historic monuments of ancient Kyoto, which includes Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion, Ginkakuji, the Silver Pavilion, Kiyomizu-dera, which is the temple pictured in the center background, Nijo Castle, and more. The Arashiyama Bamboo Grove on the western side of the city, and Fushimi Inari Taisha, the Fushimi Inari Shrine with the great rows of the torii. Some day trips from Kyoto. Very easy to honestly do Osaka as a day trip, and also vice versa. You can visit Nara quite easily, Lake Biwa, which I introduced earlier, or Kibune, which is in the northern reaches of Kyoto City. It's a quaint little town and something a bit different. Osaka is our next key destination, and here are some quick facts about it. It's the third largest city in Japan, and it's considered the B-grade cuisine capital of Japan. So if you like your food, you must visit Osaka. And of course, it's part of the Kansai region, as I said earlier. Some must-sees in Osaka are Universal Studios Japan, Osaka Castle, the Dotonbori Canal, the Kaiyukan Aquarium, which has the largest single tank in Japan, the World Expo Park, if you'd like to get outdoors, the Abe no Haruka skyscraper, the tallest building in Western Japan as of this webinar recording, Bunraku Puppet Theater for some national heritage arts, as well as sumo and kabuki, which can be enjoyed, of course, in Tokyo as well, but Osaka too. And some easy day trips from Osaka. No surprise that with Osaka being a day trip from Kyoto, the vice versa applies, and Nara is also very easily accessible. So are Koyasan and the Kumano-kodo, depending on which part of the Kumano-kodo you're going to, though. Some of it is more of a destination in and of itself. Okay, let's get into a couple of model routes. First up is what we call the Golden Route, which is a great first-timers trip to Japan and is ideal if you have about 10 to 14 days. Start in Tokyo, the glistening metropolis. Take in all the skyscrapers and bright lights and generally be overwhelmed by how efficient and impressive Japan can be. Then head on down to Hakone. Take in some views of Mount Fuji, and there's that tall ship I mentioned, and maybe add 7 years to your life with one of those hot spring eggs. Stay overnight here in an onsen ryokan. Next, take the Shinkansen down to Kyoto. Visit the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove early in the day to beat the crowds. And when you visit the Gion district and the temples and shrines in the eastern and northern part of the city, consider dressing up in a kimono or yukata for an authentic feel. From Kyoto, take the Shinkansen down to Hiroshima. Visit the A-Bomb Dome and Peace Memorial in Hiroshima City, then take the ferry across to Miyajima Island and see the wild deer and floating shrine. To wrap up your trip, take the Shinkansen back up to Osaka. You might spend a day at Universal Studios Japan, or maybe visit Osaka Castle and then end the day with a stroll through Dotonbori to see the sights and eat your fill of street food. The Golden Route is popular because it takes in some of Japan's most famous landmarks and offers a great contrast of historical and modern. And by traveling through the Kanto, Kansai, and Chugoku regions, you get a feel for different aspects of Japanese culture and cuisine as well. As an alternative route for second-time visitors, or even first-timers who want to try something a little more off the beaten path, consider recommending this route. You can find the detailed model itinerary on our website, so I'll give a brief overview here. The link to the itinerary is in the video description below. So immerse yourself in the history and culture of Old Japan with our 9-day Shoryudo itinerary. From castle towns and samurai relics to historical villages and shrines, this journey will take you throughout central Japan. First, start in Kanazawa, the beautiful samurai city. Visit Kanazawa Castle, Kendokuen Garden, the Nomurake Samurai Villa, the Higashichaya Tea House District, and more. Then make your way down to the mountain villages of Shirakawa-go, Gokayama, and Takayama. Shirakawa-go and Gokayama are UNESCO World Heritage listed villages. Each of these 3 villages has a different feel, and you can choose to stay overnight in any one of them. Then make your way across to the Alpine route. Take a series of cable cars and trains up and over the Japan Alps and make your way into the city of Matsumoto. Visit the castle and stay overnight here. Next up, Nagano City. Enjoy exploring the city itself, or maybe take a day trip to the Snow Monkeys, for instance. Then head on down to the old Nakasendo. Tsumago and Magome are twin cities in Gifu and Nagano prefecture, and you can walk between these 2 towns in about 2.5 hours. Then head on down to Inuyama Castle in Aichi prefecture, which is a national heritage site. Next, make your way over to Nagoya. You can have a nice dose of modern culture to provide a contrast to the history you've been exploring so far, and maybe visit the SC Maglev Railway Park or the Toyota Museum of Industry and Technology, or even just explore Nagoya Castle if you haven't had your fill of castles yet. Then head on down to Mie Prefecture. Check out the Ninja Museum of Igaryu and maybe undertake some ninja training, or for a calmer dose of culture, maybe visit the Ise Jingu Grand Shrine. Then stay in Mie and have a visit with the Ama Pearl Divers of Toba. This is a really unique experience, and it's also highlighted in our 100 Experiences in Japan brochure. Wrapping up our trip, visit the Kumano Kodo throughout Mie, Wakayama, and Nara prefectures. This could actually extend into a multi-day hike, but you can also just spend a day visiting a couple of the iconic sites. So there you go. If you start this trip in Tokyo, you can take the Shinkansen up to Kanazawa, and then after you finish up in Kumano Kodo, you could fly out of Kansai International Airport. Or obviously, bookend the trip with exploring really as much of the country as you like. Our next model route goes up through northern Japan. I'm calling this one Samurai Spirit and World Heritage in Tohoku. This is a combination of two itineraries available on our website with a little bit of an addendum in between. So first, we're going to start in Aizu Wakamatsu in Fukushima Prefecture. Visit Aizu Wakamatsu Castle, the samurai town of Aizu, and maybe the Sazae-do Unique Temple. Then head on down to Ouchi-juku. Explore the thatched roof village and try the specialty Ouchi soba, which is eaten using a large leek instead of chopsticks. Then we've got quite a long day of travel, so I've added the option to stay in Aomori City or Hirosaki. You'd take the bullet train up here. In Aomori, if you are visiting in summer, you may get to enjoy the Nebuta Festival. Otherwise, you can visit the Festival Museum. There's also a great museum of art in Aomori City. Or if you want to head down to Hirosaki, especially if you're there during cherry blossom season, it's a great chance to visit the castle. Now we're moving into the second itinerary from our website. Take the Resort Shirakami line, which is the JR Gono line, so you can use your JR pass with this. The Resort Shirakami is a sightseeing train that goes along the coast. You'll note as well that this is a reverse of the World Heritage itinerary on our website. So next, which again on the itinerary on our website this would have been first, explore Shirakami Sanchi and the Ju-Nikko Lakes. So Shirakami Sanchi is the UNESCO Natural World Heritage Site, and the Ju-Nikko Lakes are located within Shirakami Sanchi. So there are 12 lakes of different colors, and there's actually more than 12, but these are the sort of key ones, and they range in color from bright blue to green to even red and yellow, depending on the minerals in them. After this, make your way down. You can continue on that JR Gono line to Akita and then hop on the bullet train across to Kakunodate, the samurai village. Explore the samurai town of the far north, maybe take a rickshaw ride. And then from here, you can jump on the bullet train to head back down into Tokyo. So again, another really interesting way to get under the skin of Japan and explore some of the further reaches. This would be great for a second or third time visitor, especially someone who really enjoys train travel. That's all from JNTO for this edition, introducing Japan's regions and model routes. Join us in 2 weeks on the 4th of June at 11 a.m. again for the live premiere of our next edition, Overview of Key Rail Passes. If you have any questions for JNTO and you're joining us during the live premiere, please pop them into the live chat now, and I'll do my best to answer. If you're joining us later, please email us at tradeau@jnto.go.jp. Next up, we have a presentation from Hoshino Resorts Tomamu, who currently have a campaign in market. So stay tuned in order to prepare yourself to field any questions from clients who may see the campaign, or just to learn more about Hoshino Resorts Tomamu. I'll be leaving this slide up for 15 seconds, so you have a moment to gather your thoughts, pop down any additional questions you may have. And don't worry, I'll stay live during the Hoshino Resorts Tomamu presentation as well. Thanks again for joining us today.
Hello everyone, how are you? I want to start this presentation off with a quick question. How many of you have been to Hokkaido before? Well, I'm sorry I can't see your raised hands. This destination in northern Japan has started to get popular among skiers from Australia and New Zealand, and lately the demand for summertime visits is getting even higher. Did you know that the 2021 Summer Olympic Marathon, race walk, and even a football tournament are scheduled to be held in Hokkaido next year? Of course, under the difficult situation of the COVID-19 pandemic, we cannot travel at the moment. However, we are hoping that we can soon again welcome Australian and New Zealand travellers as soon as the global situation improves. I'd like to take you on a short adventure exploring our resort in Hokkaido, Hoshino Resorts Tomamu. Surrounded by 1,000 hectares of vast nature, Hoshino Resorts Tomamu is one of Hokkaido's largest resorts that allows guests to enjoy the region all year round. In winter, it is regarded as Japan's most family-friendly ski resort with its convenient ski-in, ski-out accommodation and high-quality dry powder snow gracing a diverse terrain. During the green season, which includes spring, summer and autumn, guests can explore the region through a variety of outdoor activities including river sports, cycling and even morning hot air balloon rides. From the Unkai Terrace that is located on the top of Mount Tomamu, they will also be able to witness the beautiful sea of clouds that forms in the valley below. Regardless of the season, there are countless ways for guests to enjoy their time in this nature wonderland. So, who is our resort best suited to? Our primary target is always active families with kids. This is because this nature wonderland offers a wide variety of outdoor activities for each member of the family, from young children to adults, while our ski facilities are suited to all, be they beginners or advanced. Hoshino Resorts Tomamu is located in the middle of Hokkaido, Japan's most northern island. There are regular direct flights to Hokkaido's largest airport, Shin'etsu Airport, from major metropolitan cities in Japan. From Tokyo, the flight is about 90 minutes, and from Osaka is around 2 hours. To get to the resort from Shin'etsu Airport, limousine buses are the most convenient as they take guests directly to the resort in 90 minutes. The resorts can also be accessed by rail from the airport or from other cities. The nearest station to the resort is Tomamu Station, and from here a free shuttle bus will take guests to our resort in under 10 minutes. When do you think is the best time to visit us? As many of Japan's most popular destinations, Hokkaido also has its own seasonal beauties. Therefore, your clients can choose their travel timing to suit their interests. Remember, the seasons in Hokkaido are a little later than the ones further south as Tokyo or Osaka. This gives guests the opportunity to experience a variation of weather while they visit Japan. An example of this is that by traveling in late March, there is a chance that your clients can enjoy both skiing in Hokkaido and cherry blossoms in destinations further south during the same journey. Another good point about the climate of Hokkaido is that there are no rainy seasons or typhoons. This means that we have beautiful and stable weather conditions throughout the summer. At our resort, we offer seasonal activities which allow guests to take full advantage of the local nature, landscape, and climate of Tomamu. The main winter activity at Hoshino Resorts Tomamu is to simply experience the beautiful powder snow that is signature to this region. Mount Tomamu's highest peak is located at 1,239 meters, and we have a total of 29 courses for all levels of skiers and snowboarders. 30% of these are for beginners, 40% for intermediate levels, and 30% are for advanced levels. Let's quickly take a look at our mountain map to get a clear idea about the resort. This is our resort. As you can see, the 4 towers are the accommodation that makes ski in and ski out very easy for our guests. The resort is equipped with 1 gondola, 5 lifts, and 29 courses that can be enjoyed at the guest's doorstep. In addition to those courses, you can go anywhere within the boundary represented by the red dotted line. This allows more advanced skiers to find their own route off-piste in the mountains. At the bottom right, you can see a cluster of black roof buildings. This is Hotaru Street, Japan's first ski-in, ski-out, shopping and restaurant premises. Within our resort, we offer 29 dining facilities, which include a variety of Japanese and Western cuisines such as ramen, curry, to full-course Italian meals, so your clients definitely won't get tired of the food. Our resort also offers a variety of activities for non-skiers. These include snowmobile rides, camping, hole fishing, snowshoe hiking, snow karting, craft workshops, and special Christmas activities to enjoy the festive time of the year. Hoshino Resorts Tomamu is also home to Minamina Beach, Japan's largest indoor wave pool, which is set at a pleasant 30 degrees Celsius all year round. On the premises, there are spas and even an open-air bath overlooking the forest of Tomamu. At a location of 1,088 meters on Mount Tomamu where the Unkai Terrace is, you can also find the Terrace of Frost Tree. This terrace is a place where you can appreciate the spectacular beauty of the frost on the trees and overlook the valley that stretches out below you. Last but not least, the Ice Village is our most iconic winter attraction. Open from mid-December to mid-March, this is a village where guests can enjoy outdoor ice skating, an ice hotel, ice bar, and even workshops that are all held in buildings made from large ice cubes. Each night in the Ice Village is ended with a brilliant display of fireworks, making it one of the most magical experiences our resort has to offer. If your clients are planning to travel the region for longer than 3 nights and they would like to explore even more, we recommend day trips to other snowy mountains nearby. The region where Tomamu is located is called the Hokkaido Powder Belt and covers a region of approximately 15,000 square kilometers in the middle of Hokkaido. The inland location compounds extremely low temperatures with minimal humidity to create the lightest and driest snowfall in the whole of Japan. This map shows you the approximate geography of the Hokkaido Powder Belt. Staying at our resorts, travelers can enjoy these 3 snow resorts including Furano, Sapporo, and Mount Reisi by day trips. If they want to go even further up north, they can go to Asahikawa, which is the second largest city in Hokkaido. Asahikawa is 3 hours away from Tomamu, so it is not ideal for day trips, but we have another hotel in the city called Hoshino Resorts Omo 7 Asahikawa. Guests that are staying at Omo 7 are offered complimentary shuttle buses to the mountains nearby. In addition, there are tours operated by the hotel staff, showcasing local neighborhoods surrounding the hotel, which is filled with delightful surprises. In the Asahikawa area, there are more mountains including Kamui ski links, Asahi-dake and Kuro-dake. Between Kamui ski links and Tomamu, joint lift passes are available. Kamui ski links offers courses for all levels and backcountry access for the advanced levels. It is a small, family-friendly resort equipped with 14 courses and relaxed off-piste polity. There are even lifts and 1 gondola to take you up the mountains with inbounds tree skiing and small bowls that provide additional entertainment for those skiers. Due to the limited time today, we won't cover any details about each mountain here, so please let us know if you seek further details. The green season at Hoshino Resorts Tomamu allows guests to enjoy the mild climate of Tomamu in late spring, summer and autumn, as well as the vast nature the area has to offer. The resort offers many outdoor activities that include rafting, camping, horse riding, fishing, cycling, hiking, outdoor picnics, and unique crafts that can only be made at our resort. Day trips are also popular in the summertime to nearby attractions such as the beautiful Furano lavender fields or the Shirogane Blue Pond. In the summer, the Unkai Terrace at the mountain's peak overlooks the sea of clouds that gather in the valleys below. Hokkaido is an agricultural pillar of Japan, and in the summertime, the resort's grounds transform into a farm with outdoor lounges, hammock beds, and a special milk stand serving fresh dairy products. Many of Hoshino Resorts Tomamu's restaurants offer seasonal dishes and local specialities. Throughout the year, special events are held at Hotaru Street, such as a seasonal fruits festival in the summer and even a sweet potato ice cream festival in autumn. Hoshino Resorts Tomamu has 2 types of accommodation available. The first is Rizanare Tomamu. Rizanare Tomamu is surrounded by forests at an elevated site within the resort. It is an upscale 5-star hotel offering luxurious accommodation with spacious rooms over 100 square meters equipped with jet baths and scenic views. The second is Tomamu the Tower. Tomamu the Tower is a comfortable 4-star hotel that is conveniently located at the center of the resort. It is recommended for those who want to actively engage in activities within the resort and visit other resort facilities. An on-site childcare center is located within Tomamu the Tower and allows parents to relax while the carers entertain the little guests and also offer playtime for them outside in the snow. I hope that the information I've shared with you on Hoshino Resorts Tomamu has been helpful. I'd like to go on to the last 3 slides of the presentation. You may or may have not seen this on TV before, but this is our current campaign we are running with Channel 7. From May to June, we are running a TV and digital promotion campaign with Channel 7 to reach Australian and New Zealand consumers. By creating the first spark of interest amongst these consumers, we hope that it would lead them to beginning to plan their next journey to Japan when travel is safe again. By doing so, we are hoping that they will contact local travel agents for quotes and information on the resort. Currently, Hoshino Resorts Tomamu is preparing a special deal for the Australian and New Zealand markets. In addition, payment can be made up to 1 month prior to travels, and bookings can be cancelled free of charge up to 22 days before the date of stay. If you are interested in getting our agent rates, please feel free to contact myself or Mihoko at DOC, a marketing agency based in Sydney. That's all for this presentation. I hope it was helpful and we'd like to thank you for listening from start until end.